Oh my goodness, I am so excited to get started with you. Before we meet, I want to cover some topics that I don't want to take time while we're in person talking about, but that are so important for making sure we stay safe and get the most out of these drills that we're going to be working as we move through the course. So today, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the training rules. These rules are designed with your brain in mind, and I feel like in and of themselves they hold such interesting information to think about. But I'm going to walk you through these one by one and just make sure we're all on the same page before we start. Rule number one, do not move into pain. We will be doing movement drills in this course. I do not want you experiencing pain. Why? Because pain is a neural skill, and the more you practice it, the louder it gets. If you want more information on how pain works in the brain, check out my threat bucket video. I think it's still the best explanation of how that system works. But basically, right, it's an action signal from the brain that something is not quite right. And what we're working on here is emptying that threat bucket and helping your brain feel safe. So if you are working on an area of your body that has been injured or is giving you pain, doesn't mean don't work on it, but what we want to do is work within a pain-free range of motion, right? So if this is as far up as I can get my arm right now without pain, then that's as far as we're working, right? So the cool thing is, if I work in this range of motion, my brain's going to feel safer in this range of motion than had I not worked on it at all. And there is a very good chance that the next time you go to do it, you're able to work further up. So rule number one, do not move into pain. Rule number two, if you have pain, we're going to modify this drill for you. Again, it doesn't mean we don't want to do it necessarily, but we want to see if we can find a way to have your brain feel as safe as possible doing this drill. So there's a few things we can do. One, we will slow the movement down. So if I'm here, it may be that I'm moving faster than my brain can control. If I slow it down, I may find that my brain feels safer and I don't get pain. Very common, okay? So slow it down. Two, we're going to reduce the range of motion. So again, maybe we're not bringing it all the way back, or maybe if we're doing a circle, it's a smaller circle, right? We can play with that. And the last thing we can do to reduce pain is actually to shift our body position to gravity. So if you are standing in, a neutral stance here, this has some element of threat, right? The only thing holding me up against gravity is me. If I were to lean back against something or sit down, then I'm modifying my brain's threat. It's fear of my head hitting the ground. So we can sit, we can lean up against something. In some cases, I may even have you lie down. And with some vision drills, if we're really having, again, pain doesn't have to be physical pain. It can be freak out, right? Anything that's happening, but especially with vision drills, I may actually have you do it with your eyes closed. Okay, so there's ways that we're going to modify these drills to see if we can get your brain, again, to feel safe doing these things it should be able to do. All right, so that is how we're going to modify to get out of pain. The next training rule is to maintain long spine. Now, this is so important that I am including it as a drill in our first week because I want you to really feel and experience the impact of long spine when we do drills. Now, it may just seem common sense, right? Like, of course you should have a long spine, shouldn't we always? Here's the thing. Brains are so specific that if I practice my shoulder circle and I'm here, my brain will learn how to do a shoulder circle here. I want my brain to practice at all times my shoulder circle with this long spine. Rule number four, concentrate. This goes along with the long spine, but I'm going to take it one step further. Like I said, brains are super specific. So if I am doing my shoulder circle, but I'm thinking about world peace, there is a good chance I don't know what's going on and I'm not actually controlling the movement. This entire course is designed to increase your ability for your brain and your body to communicate with each other. So we are going to be as mindful and as present as possible while we are doing each one of these drills. Again, brains are specific. So if I'm practicing it not optimally, my brain's going to learn it not optimally, right? And we are looking for as much excellence in this as we possibly can with the goal of our brain feeling safer. Rule number 5, relax as much as possible. Now, this may seem contrary to concentrate, but basically what I'm saying is I want your mind active and fully participating. I want your body as relaxed as it possibly can be. If you're in person with me, I will have my eyes on you and I will be able to notice if something is tensing up while we're doing these drills. This is for two reasons. One, it's letting me know that actually, as calm as you may feel doing the shoulder circles, something is feeling threatened. We may need to modify this, right? If we can't get the body to relax. Two, I may just be able to say, hey, let that shoulder go, and you're able to do it. And that ability to let go of unnecessary tension in the body, this practice actually can go a long way in calming things down, reducing anxiety, just being better generally, right, for how we think and feel and walk through the world. So we're going to practice relaxing anything that does not need to be tense while we are doing the drill in question. And our final rule, rule number 6, we are going to check, try, recheck everything. If you've been around me, I sound like a broken record with this. That's because this is the single most important tool in neuroperformance coaching. I hope you get that by now. If not, please come talk to me. This tool is going to give us all the information we need to tailor this work for you and your brain and your goals, right? By checking and rechecking before and after we do a drill, we know if that drill made you better, yay, right? We want to use these high payoff drills, right, to keep boosting our nervous system up, 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 up. If it was neutral, then we might want to look at challenging you more, or maybe we don't pay attention to this drill. And if it's negative, then oh my goodness, here is something my brain should be able to do very easily and it's freaking out. Let's do something about this, right? Now, it also gives us information about the dose of the drill that we're doing, the speed we're working at, right? How many reps, how fast, postural position, all of these things, we can start to be really specific in how we do these drills as you move through your week. Hopefully by now we have met and you know what you're using for a check, right? Maybe it's balance, maybe it's a range of motion. If you're not sure, please come talk to me. You can also watch the video I'm gonna link in here where it will walk you through a baseline assessment of balance, range of motion, all of these things, and demonstrate one drill, tongue position, and you can see the impact that it has. If you don't know about tongue position, it means we have not spoken, because I will talk about this with anybody. If that's true, again, please come find me. Let's make sure your tongue's in the right spot before we do any of these things, because it is seriously the single number one tool I use, all right? Okay, so these are our training rules. Again, we're gonna come back to them over and over again throughout the class, because this is our ability to increase efficiency, excellence, right? Decrease pain. We're going to use these tools to improve the way we think, feel, and walk in the world. All right, if you have any questions on this, please let me know. I can't wait to get started.